What's interesting about this project is the approach that was taken, and that is to take development proposals, planned updates, new transportation facilities that had already been improved under the old system, under California Environmental Quality Act, as it was before this legislation, and then to do the analysis again using the new approach. So the old approach was, if there's more driving, how do we address the driving by expanding the roadway or adding new signals? And the new approach, which is, well, if there's more driving, what do we do to reduce the amount of driving? And it was a less controversial approach to take a project that had already been through the review process and re-examine it. Because people in California are very touchy and sensitive about litigation under the California Environmental Quality Act. So this way we had a set of data already available, and we can make a direct comparison before and after the adoption of Senate Bill 743.
Well, the case studies project, I think, did a really great job of illustrating how the issues involved that all lead agencies are going to face in implementing SB 743, which is now, as of December 28th of 2018, it's part of the formal CEQA guidance. All of our member agencies are working on how they're going to implement that as CEQA lead agencies. The case studies provides a great resource for those agencies to examine how they want to approach the implementing SB 743 as part of their CEQA function. And SACOG as an MPO is really looking forward to the opportunity to provide help and technical assistance in getting them over that hump, if you will. And I'm looking forward to seeing VMT replace level of service as a metric. There is some nervousness about it, but I think we will get over it. And I think the case studies project was a great resource in terms of getting MPO staff and some local agency staff primed for that conversation and that transition. I feel like there was a big, huge, largely anonymous win with all the work on the actual redrafting of the guidance and the technical advisory. I feel like there was a lot of progress made there, which I hope the project gets some claim for at some point in the near future.
This effort, Senate Bill 743, is part of leadership globally, not just in the United States, to reduce greenhouse gases coming from driving, which is still one of the most important sources of greenhouse gases in the world. So my hope is that they can successfully implement this legislation, achieve their greenhouse gas reduction goals, and be a model for everywhere else in the country. I think the technical part of this, which is changing the focus from accommodating more driving to reducing driving, that is pretty daunting in itself, the technical part. But the political part is even more difficult, which is a complete mindset change. And this is coming out of the state, which is identified with car culture. And there's models of cars named after places in California. It was used in all the advertising in the 50s and 60s. So this is a pretty fundamental change. And in a way, it seems maybe appropriate that the state that led us into car culture is going to lead us into some different view of the future, in which driving's one part of how we access our jobs or our shopping or our education or recreation, but it's not the only way, and that there are more choices. And those choices provide for more compact, more well-rounded, mixed-use kind of development. So the big picture is helping reduce the rate of climate change, but a lot of community benefits in California. And all of those things are models for every other part of the United States and a lot of the world, actually.